we talk for a second about what a lot of bullshit the thin blue line concept is, or what it's being shown to be a bunch of, like a myth, like a false and gross myth in the face of all these ICE kidnappers kidnapping and harassing police officers. I know they've kidnapped police officers. I don't I don't know if they went into the precinct and kidnapped them right in the middle of their uniform. Didn't specify that they didn't do that. When they had whatever grounds back when they were still like claiming to have grounds for stuff like this, but the police didn't seem to do anything. The police didn't seem to speak up about it or resist that or um, even make a big deal about it. And lately, it's been a lot more, I guess, especially off duty police officers that the ICE agents are harassing in these places where they're concentrating their concentration camp kidnapping. And the police officers, it makes the news. At least they'll tell the ICE people they're police, maybe to avoid, you know, even more dangerous, severe abuse. But as a unit, as a um, thin blue line thing just doesn't seem to be kicking in. So it makes me think, okay, so the thin blue line applies to anytime you feel threatened by mostly harmless, maybe sometimes unstable or just completely innocent, or maybe sometimes violent civilians. But that's when the thin blue line kicks in. But when an organized network of terrorists is running around, thin blue line's nowhere to be seen. Thin blue line's out the window. Like there is no thin blue line. There's no brotherhood or sisterhood between the police. Y'all do not care about each other if you're not even going to stand up for each other, much less us. When ICE comes a knocking, when ICE comes a, bashing in your windows and taking you out of your cars and stuff and abusing you in all sorts of ways. So we've heard the stories about it happening to police. I'm not saying that you should respond more because it's police. You should have responded that much because of the citizens. The cops should be using their qualified immunities to stop ICE, full stop, any way they want to. They have that power, so stop the damn ICE. But, that's your job, to protect the citizens. But since you haven't been doing that and now it's coming around to you, is the thin blue line at least going to kick in? Or is it just going to show that that's a way of putting yourselves above us, but you're putting yourselves beneath them in order to lick their boots? Because you're not going to stand up to them. That would be too, I don't know. It's not backing the blue, though. And all these people who ever claim to back the blue aren't backing the blue. When ICE is torturing them, terrorizing them too, and you're not standing up for them. Who are you people? Where are the good ones? Any good ones left?